Hi everyone. Before starting, I would like to thank all the members of Scientific and Organization Committee of the 4th edition of the International Conference on Quantitative and Qualitative Methods for Economics, Management and Social Sciences. I am really honored to be presenting a research paper entitled Corporate Governance Theorizing, Board of Directors, Audit Committee Effectiveness and Financial Performance, a literature review and proposed conceptual framework. As you all know, in response to the international scandals, research about corporate governance has grown more than a tenfold over recent years. In this respect, an increasing amount of literature is devoted to explain the relationship between corporate governance and firm performance. We will try to tackle the literature gaps and to explore the theoretical underpinnings of corporate governance, and also to focus attention on the empirical studies related to corporate governance mechanisms and firm performance. Our methodology is based on conducting research using the following keywords: corporate governance, board of directors, ownership structure, audit committee, audit quality, board gender diversity, corporate value, and other keywords. The process of article selection was carried out based on the title and abstract. With regards to the mixed and different direction results of empirical studies, focusing on our research object, a literature review seems to be interesting in order to demystify the mainstream theories and to focus on some specific corporate governance mechanisms. The objective is to provide and to consolidate our knowledge in this field and to examine its evolution, and also to propose avenues for future research. In our review for the past and present literature on various governance measures, we find that the empirical results are mixed for many of governance mechanisms studied. We propose that these mixed results may be due to applying what we call a one-size-fits-all set of governance measures, which is not effective for all the types of firms due to the complexity of organization and other variables like the legal system specific to each country. We believe that this line of research could not only improve and refine existing governance measures, but also allow us to target which set of mechanisms might be appropriate to a firm based on its particular characteristics. As you all know, separation between ownership, shareholders, and management control and its relevance for company value in decisions makes it necessary to draw up management control mechanisms. This idea led to the appearance of what we call corporate governance, a concept that has attracted great interest among academic researchers, especially as a result of certain financial scandals. We can't define corporate governance. We don't have a universal definition. We can say that it's a set of mechanisms that align objectives and interests between the providers of finance, shareholders, and the company managers, so that the former has a certain degree of estimating the risk that they can take by making their funds available to the managers, and can try to avoid and mitigate the opportunistic behavior by the managers. The literature governance has highlighted the importance of many corporate governance mechanisms, such as ownership structure, board characteristics, audit quality, and other ones. However, empirical findings have not been totally conclusive, and some seem contradictory. This paper sets out to develop an understanding of the contribution that academics have made to the development of quantitative meanings of the term corporate governance through the published articulations of their ideas. We will try to identify the contemporary use of the term corporate governance and used by a variety of stakeholders and the consequences of this usage in practice. Another possible result that could be extracted from our research is that we will try to explain the relationship between each corporate governance and fair performance using a multi-theoretical framework. First of all, starting by agency theory, stewardship theory, resource dependency theory, and stakeholders theory. The thing that we can give as a contribution is that we will try to propose a conceptual model based on the theoretical framework and evidence from empirical studies. But the problem is that it was noted that neither the theory nor the empirical evidence are conclusive for establishing a relationship between those variables, because different authors find different results depending on the sample, country, or firms studied. Something to bear in mind is that there is no consensus that was observed regarding the relation between board composition and firm performance, ownership structure and firm performance, and other variables. We have positive and negative arguments that have been found, and with the empirical evidence not always pointing in the same direction. For these reasons, future research could focus on other variables, and new studies are needed to clarify and analyze in depth the relationship between these variables. As a result, we can say that we should work on other variables. Other variables could be considered, such as diversity, not only focusing on board gender diversity, also focusing on nationality, ethnicity, religiosity, board skill or educational background, and other variables, and also analyze the role played by the management team, the socio-demographic and psychological characteristic, the types of management style, culture, and values. In addition, it might be possible to include other moderating variables in the existing models. Another possible line of research would involve a set of analyses to establish differences by country, depending on the type of the legal system of each country to which they are subject. Various studies have shown that a country's legal origin and its impact on investor protection and financial development influence a variety of economic aspects, including financial markets, labor, and competitiveness. Finally, regarding the limitation of the study, we are conscious that we have many limitations. Even the literature review is as thorough as possible. There are some studies that have been omitted. Also, our research paper does not have an empirical part allowing for the relations considered to be tested in future lines of research, but we will try to propose a conceptual model and give a review on all mini studies in order to demystify and to help researchers develop new models. The thing that we can add is that we should not focus only the quantitative aspect, but we should also contextualize the research object based on corporate governance by using qualitative research. And thank you very much.